It was a crisp winter morning, and the sun struggled to pierce through the thick, gray clouds. The air was biting, and the trees stood tall, their branches etched against the sky like skeletal fingers. Amidst this frosty backdrop, a young boy stood at the door, his eyes fixed on his father, who was busy chopping wood in the backyard. The father, a burly man with a rugged beard, looked up and smiled at his son. "Okay, kiddo, let's get to work. We've got a lot to do before winter sets in." He nodded towards the woodpile, where the logs lay waiting like sentinels. The boy's eyes widened as he gazed at the imposing task before him. His father chuckled and ruffled his hair. "Don't worry, they'll be right here beside you. We'll work together, just like we always do." He winked, his eyes twinkling with a warmth that only a father could possess. As they set to work, the boy's initial hesitation gave way to a sense of excitement. He watched in awe as his father's skilled hands moved with precision, the axe biting into the wood with a satisfying thud. The air was filled with the sweet, earthy scent of freshly cut wood, and the boy's senses came alive. As the morning wore on, the father and son worked in tandem, their movements choreographed by years of practice. The boy's small hands struggled to keep up with his father's, but he persevered, determined to prove himself. Just as they finished their task, the father paused and looked at his son with a serious expression. "You know, kiddo, a boy becomes a man when he learns to take care of himself and his family. And the best way to do that is to work hard and be responsible." He placed a hand on the boy's shoulder, his eyes burning with a deep affection. The boy looked up at his father, his eyes shining with pride. He knew that he was capable of great things, and that his father's guidance would always be there to support him. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the winter landscape, the father and son walked back to the house, their arms laden with wood. The boy's eyes sparkled with a sense of accomplishment, and he knew that he would always cherish this moment, this feeling of being by his father's side, working together towards a common goal. The camera panned out, capturing the warmth and love that filled the small, rustic house. The father and son sat down to a well-deserved meal, their faces aglow with contentment. As they ate, the boy looked up at his father, his eyes filled with a deep gratitude. And as the credits rolled, the screen faded to black, the words "subscribe now" and "click here" for more Pee-wee videos appearing in bold, red letters. The camera panned out once more, the winter landscape bathed in the soft, golden light of the setting sun. The boy and his father sat together, surrounded by the quiet beauty of the natural world, their bond strengthened by the simple, yet profound act of working together.